Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. I really appreciate you being here. Paul and Gina, very, very happy that you could be here with us as well. Over the past 3 years, just over 3 years, in fact, we've been conducting an investigation into the disappearance of Mackenzie Lee Trottier, who was 22 years old when she was last seen in December of 2020. Today we are announcing the next steps in that investigation. Beginning May 1st of this year, members of our Major Crime Section and Public Safety Unit will be searching a specific area of the Saskatoon landfill on Valley Road. The location is based on a substantial amount of information that has been collected and assessed by our investigators. The area is approximately 930 cubic meters that is spread over a 1 meter depth. We are fortunate to be able to utilize the resources of the RCMP E-Division and the Calgary Police Service, as they have specifically trained dogs that are able to assist us in this type of a search. We have been and will continue to consult with anthropologist Dr. Ernie Walker. We have set aside 33 days for this search if needed. We are in close contact with the family and continue to offer our support. I must stress that Mackenzie is still considered a missing person and will be until we have direct information otherwise. I'd like to remind the public that we continue to welcome any information that anyone may have in regard to Mackenzie and her whereabouts. You can either call us directly at 975-8300 or call Crime Stoppers to remain anonymous at 1-800-222-8477.
Thanks to Deputy McBride. I'm going to ask Paul Trottier to come forward now to say a few words. Paul.
Thank you for being here today. But today, I'm here as a voice for missing people. And today in particular, I'm speaking about Mackenzie. She has been missing for 40 months, 2 weeks. She went missing December 21st of 2020. Mackenzie, our firstborn, or as we call her Mac, is a person who cares deeply for those without a voice. She loves animals, is very bright, and has always been prepared to take those under her wing who need help. We miss her, and we've been waiting 1,215 days to hear her voice again. Our support network has been instrumental. Our family, our friends, the First Nations communities, and the families of the missing and those that are left behind. The work the SPS has done over the past 40 months is incredible and is what brings us here today. We are here to continue our work, looking for our daughter, because her story continues. Our story continues. Please respect our privacy at this time, and thank you for respecting the voices of the missing.
Thank you very much, Paul. So I had said that we will take some questions, and we can do that now, be it for Paul or for the deputy.
Question for the Deputy Chief. Deputy Chief, if you could go to as much detail as you can as to the kind of data that led to the investigation now of the landfill.
Certainly, over the course of the investigation, there were several devices that were seized, and extraction of information from those devices has led us to the point where we are confident in the location that we're searching, and confident enough that we cannot leave this investigative lead undone.
And what is police, I guess, hoping to find during this 33-day search of the landfill?
We are hoping to conclude this or to close this investigative lead. Ideally, on one hand, we would like to find nothing, and then we'll continue looking. On the other hand, we may find her, and then we'll proceed down the next course of the investigation.
And we've seen, you know, over the course of the past 3 years, you know, other details, you know, reported sightings in Calgary, also, you know, investigation on a person of interest. Is there any movement on any of those details that have led to today?
As leads have come in over the course of time, we have followed up on each and every one to the fullest extent that we can. At this point, our focus is on this investigative lead that we're talking about today. That will be our focus for 33 days starting May 1st.
And a question for you, Paul, if that's okay.
Sure.
How has the community continued to rally around your family and in the hopes of locating Mackenzie?
I think a big part of this is based on the ideas of community. And the strength comes from our community. Our strength comes from those people. Early on, it was a all-out effort, but that never stopped. Our community is still there, is still supporting us. We seek and we offer support where we can as a community member. So we do the best we can. Our struggle, our search is not over. We ask for that continued support from our community. They've been instrumental for us.
Question for the officer. Just curious about the timeline. If the data was collected in late 2023 that led to information about the landfill, can you explain why we're just talking about it now?
Yeah, definitely. In consultation with several experts, we determined that now would be the best time within the year to do the search, and for the sake of the integrity of the location and some preparatory work that's already been done, we wanted to ensure that we could keep this site secure and its integrity intact.
When it comes to the new information that was gathered in late 2023, did you gather that as part of this investigation, or did it come from another investigation or a different source?
It was part of this investigation.
And what led to that
You know,
avenue?
the investigation has been evolving constantly over the last 40 months. And information comes in, we identify leads from that information and we follow it. And it just so happens that that particular information we had access to came at that time.
And can you expand on the data? Is that video? Is that?
I'm not able to, because it's an ongoing investigation, there are things that I'm not able to disclose.